Everybody join in this melody.
Let us unite, let us unite.
That's the only way we're gonna be free.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Everybody singing this sweet refrain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Sing this melody till it gets in your brain. Well, I'm talking to you, Muslim, Christian, and Hebrew. Anything to do, we got to unite, or else we are through.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Everybody singing this sweet refrain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Sing this melody till it gets in your brain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Everybody singing this melody.
Let us unite, let us unite.
That's the only way we're gonna be free. They're united in Ghana, Guinea, Mali, and Nigeria. All over Africa, the people are getting together. They're even uniting in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Angola. And rumors vision will light the world over from Cape to Cairo, one Africa.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Everybody singing this sweet refrain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Sing this melody till it gets in your brain.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Come on, do it tonight.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Brothers and sisters, let us unite.
There is a need for unity. The best for you and me. There is a need for unity. The best for you and me. Unity.
Everybody joining this melody. That's the only way we're gonna be free.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Come on, do it tonight.
Let us unite, let us unite.
Brothers and sisters, let us unite. Well, they're uniting in Cuba, Trinidad, Tobago, and Grenada, St. Kitts, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica. Let us unite in America. The yellow man moving in Asia, the red man awakening in India, the black man rising up in Africa. Let us jump up in America. Ha! Ha! Ha!
There is a need for unity. The best for you and me.
All of the nations of the earth as we speak are angry. They're angry because governments cannot suffice the needs of their people. They're angry because a few have gotten wealthy at the expense of the many. And the poor and the sick and the weak and the unlearned multiply. And the value of their lives are diminished by the rich and the powerful, so that when human life is devalued, that in the eyes of man you are unworthy of the gift of life, then it is easy for another human being to take the life of another human being that he or she has devalued. Black life in America is devalued. Hispanic life is devalued. Even poor white life is devalued. There's a way that I have to behave. I'm free, but I'm not free to rob you of yours. I'm not free to take from you what does not belong to me. So if I will construct my life according to these righteous principles, then between man and man, man and woman, peace. Between race and race, peace. Between rich and poor, peace. We have our beautiful Mexican family. This once was theirs. So you can't say to them they are aliens. That's a horrible word to use for former owners. I see my indigenous family here. Many tribes, but they're really one great nation of people that now must be reunited with themselves. So it's their time now, as well as ours, that God would intervene in our affairs and bring the bottom rail to the top. The government is not rehabilitating soldiers. When they send you away to kill. When you come home, they gotta reconstitute you for civilian life again. Make sure you have a job so you can take care of your family, but they're not doing it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, a woman can do anything that a man does, and the only thing he forbids the woman to do is the thing that degrades her. So how high can you go? High as you want to. Why would God allow the female to wear his attributes if you can't be a manifestation of that attribute? Women, you got to be set free. What God has put within you must be cultivated, must be developed, and must be used for the advancement of a nation and a world. I said to myself, Mr. President, why the hell don't you go to the wicked police department? Why the hell don't you stand up and tell them that your killing of black youth and brown youth is not gonna hold no more? Why don't you stand up? God's word is in need of a truth that will set up a government where everybody can live in peace under real freedom, real justice, and real equality.
You have to fix the mind before you can bestow the blessing, because until they get their mind right, everything you invest in them is going to leak out of the crevices of a mind that refuses to change. Look at your neighbor and ask him, do you have a mind to change? Wait for an answer. If they say no, drag them to the altar. Tell them they got till midnight to get that fix. They've got till midnight to dump out all jealousy, all pettiness, all unforgiveness, all strife, all malice, all confusion, all blaming other people for your mistake. You got till midnight to get rid of every poison that's hindering you, every inflexibility that's stopping you from what God is about to pour into your life. Woe be unto you if you go into another year and waste another year with the old mentality while somebody's in the hospital begging God for the opportunity that you have right now. You better step into this moment. Lay your hands on your head and say, give me a new mind. Give me a new mind means give me a new perspective. Give me a new perspective. Give me a new way of looking at my situation. Give me a new way of looking at my circumstances. Get my mind ready for this year, because when I get this year, there's going to be blessings. There's going to be miracles. There's going to be opportunities. Oh, yes, there's going to be some struggles. It's going to be some challenges. It's going to be some tests. But even the struggles are an opportunity for me to show off the victory if my mind can handle the change. Do you have the mindset to be blessed? You have to decide to be blessed. You have to decide, you know what, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. I will rejoice. I, as an act of my will, I've decided I'm going to rejoice. I made up my mind. I'm going to be happy. I made up my mind. I'm going to enjoy. I'm as healthy as I'm going to be. I'm as young as I'm ever going to be. I can't get any younger. I can't roll the clock back. With what I got left, I'm going to maximize this. I will rejoice. See, that's getting on somebody's nerves right now, because that old mind can't rejoice. No, not me. I can't rejoice. I'm still angry. I'm not going to rejoice till they apologize. I'm not going to rejoice until he leaves that other woman. I'm not going to rejoice until my children appreciate me. You are wasting time. You have to let the past go and step over into the future and say, I will rejoice. Touch 3 people and tell them there's some things I'm not taking with me in the new year. Everything that's inflexible and everything that's not ready and everything that's backwards and everything that's negative and everything that's condescending and everything that's carnal and everything that's holding me back, I refuse to take it over into another year and waste another new year with an old mind. The devil is a lie. Am I preaching right tonight? Paul said, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Then he says, and be not conformed, or in other words, to this world. Don't shape yourself around the comings and goings of this world. Don't shape your opinions and your attitudes around circumstances that you cannot change. Don't build your identity around worldliness. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed. The word transform comes from the Greek word metamorpho, where we get metamorphosis. He said you can go through a metamorphosis, a complete transformation, not because it's January 1, but by the renewing. Woo. If you knew what I dropped on you just there, you'd just be shouting right now. Dorothy, I want to tell you, you could have been home a long time ago. As soon as you decide to stop looking for answers in other people and miracles somewhere down the yellow brick road and click the heels of your mind and set your affections on things that are above, you could have been free years ago. The most powerful tool that you have right now in your life, in your body, is your mind. And your mind is so strong and so powerful that the Bible said it is with the mind that we serve the Lord. Say that with me. It is with the mind that we serve the Lord. That's why the enemy fights you in your mind. He fights you in your mind. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The devil doesn't have to tie you up for you to be bound. He just has to tie up your head with stress, with worry, with aggravation, with low self-esteem, with pettiness, with anger, with hostility, with rebellion. And he can make you physically sick because your mind is sick. But somebody in here tonight is about to get a miracle in your head. Look at your neighbor and say, you don't have to get out of trouble. Tell them you don't have to get out of trouble before midnight. You just have to get your mind out of trouble. If you can get your mind out, you can get your money out. You can get your family out. You can get your job out. You can get your career out. You can get your health out. You can get your prosperity out. If you can get your mind out, no devil in hell, no weapon formed against you, no enemy that hates you, no witch that hexes you can stop you from being free. If you can get your mind out, grab yourself by the hand and say, we're coming out of this. Slap somebody and say, I'm coming out head first. Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming out head first. I'm going to get my head out. I'm going to get my thinking out. I'm going to get my mentality out. I'm coming out head first. And when my head comes, everything that's connected to the head is going to have to come out too. I'm getting my head. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Not by the clock striking 12, but by the renewing of your mind. I'm going to tell you why watch night is going to have meaning to you. Not because it's midnight, but because some of you have gone through so much hell last year that the trouble you went through forced you that you know you can't go into the future thinking like you were thinking and feeling like you were feeling. You are forced to the point that you have got to get your head out first and everything else is going to follow. Who am I talking to tonight? Slap somebody, tell them I'm coming out head first.
Ready for Revolution. It is indeed an honor and privilege and pleasure to talk to you the last day of this year. I won't be back again until next year. But today we're going to do some great reflection on what kind of mind we should have, what kind of resolutions we should come into. So welcome to Class in Session. We're every Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay, on our platform right here, the Eric Toure Muhammad YouTube channel, Eric Toure Muhammad pages, as well as the We Are Farrakhan page. And then, of course, you know this morning is the Power Call. So you want to be in place every day, Monday through Saturday, 10:45 a.m. You want to be in place for that mighty Power Call. And today we have the gold collector himself, brother Dante Taylor, 1/3 of that Taylor gang. Is going to be an awesome opportunity to bring everybody into a new mind for the new year. You want to be on that power call. You want to join our 12 noon worldwide presentation. You want to be back with us again this evening at 9 p.m. And you want to get all the jewels. You want all the nooks and crannies. You want the goodies, so you're lined up and loaded for the new year. Now, the couple that you're about to hear from, they're no stranger to you for what they've put out all over the world. This couple is known as the CSOs, plural, because it's a his and her, right? They're consistently saving others. They have an understanding of the abundance of wealth, its necessity, but they also have an understanding of the wealth acumen that has to be there as well. And those two components will free you. They will liberate you. And they are no stranger to the wealth building community or to the Nation of Islam and to the collective salvation, the needs of salvation worldwide for people. They're in the salvation business. There's no doubt about it. So I want you to make sure you take a good look at their screen, because that's brother and sister Janetta and Mustafa Muhammad. And those are their contacts for the protocol that we've been working out of throughout the year. More importantly, they represent a truth. And they've learned to harness all that is here to help us realize the time and what must be done. So just before I bring them on, I want to share the wonderful Reggie Scott announcement. You are invited to today's power call on a new platform, 10:45 a.m. Eastern, 9:45 a.m. Central, 8:45 a.m. Mountain, and 7:45 a.m. the Maui Pacific time. That's right. All on www.goldrocks.info. That's www.goldrocks.info. Boom, there goes the password. If you can't figure that out, you better get back to Sister Cece Mahone. You want to get back to Sister Maui. You want to get back to any and all of those who have introduced you to Class in Session, introduced you to this opportunity in Wealth Builders Worldwide, where we build winners. And get that password and get on board. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I would like to bring before you my brother and sister, my friends, my family, Ty best cousins, brother Mustafa and sister Janetta Muhammad. Salam alaikum. You can unmute your mic, sir.
Wa alaikum salam, beloved. Well, greetings, Hotep Shalom, Assalamu alaikum to all our listening audience. We ask everyone to please share this platform of Class in Session this morning. And I first want to give a shout out, like Aunt Ray said, to our cousin, the 9-star general of Wealth Builders Worldwide, General Ty Best. And to all the wonderful commanders and captains and lieutenants and Wealth Builders Worldwide, and a special thanks and gratitude to our sponsor, Teray Muhammad, and to all the leadership of Wealth Builders Worldwide. But we briefly just want to share some thoughts with you this morning. We have been a part of Wealth Builders Worldwide for a little over 2 years now, and it has been a blessing to us and our family. And in this transition, in this evolving system towards freedom, we just want to say to everyone, as we leave an old year and come into a new year, consider your resolution. For too long, the media has dictated your resolution. Well, what is a resolution? A resolution is a decision to do something or not to do it. Media has, for too long, dictated your resolutions that really, for the most part, fall on nothing or produces nothing. Because he who gives the diameter of your knowledge prescribes the circumference of your activity. This is a new system. This is a new knowledge that will free you from the captivity that we have experienced for over 100 years if you have read what has happened on Jekyll Island. If you have not read that and have been victimized like the world has been victimized by a centralized money system, then you will need to take heed to what Wealth Builders Worldwide has blessed us with and is here to bless you with. That is a decentralized system to be able to save your wealth and your money, not only for yourself and your family, but your community and for generations to come. So we want you to consider your resolution. We want you to be able to act on it and be able to be a part of what we've been blessed with. We've been blessed with. I hesitate to say what we have experienced that has been so much of a blessing. But within the matter of weeks, we have been blessed to be paid over 400 and something times when I look at my dashboard. I know this is hard to believe and hard to understand. It's hard to get believers to believe. But I think it was just not a day or two ago when our sponsor did a stream in a class, and he said, and it was, I think, titled, "To Set at Liberty the Captive Believer." Well, we as believers, despite our philosophical persuasion, despite these so-called religions with these titles and these cultures, all of us as believers have been captive by a system that exploited us for a very, very long time when it comes to our wealth and our finances and what belongs to us as our birthright. Well, our birthright was to inherit the earth, inherit the wealth of the earth, but it's cut off by our open enemy. And that system has kept us in servitude for so long, before any of us were born. But now we have an opportunity. We're in the right place ahead of time. In the right place ahead of time. And oftentimes, knowledge comes before understanding. That's why the scripture says, get knowledge in, for it is the principal thing. You know, but listen, get knowledge, but get wisdom, but understanding is what we eventually will grow into if we act. So we need to act on what is before us. All you have to do is get a free account. Get a free account and apply yourself and free yourself. You know, Harriet Tubman tried to free many slaves that were on the plantation, and a lot of them didn't want to leave. That same experience is happening today with modern equipment and modern technology. We are often in these wonderful leadership and wealth builders worldwide every day, 2 and 3 times a day, and even more, are constantly streaming to you over the network, over the internet, to get you to see and to understand that you have an opportunity to free yourself from what is falling right before your eyes. So we give you that opportunity, and I'm going to slow down a little bit, and I'm going to move to the strongest piece on the chessboard, which is my queen, and allow her to share some words with you all with what we're trying to get over to you. But brothers and sisters, this is an opportunity that you do not want to miss. This is an opportunity that will bring blessings to you, that will leave what you have experienced, that if you have experienced anything at all that has been of good in the past year of 2020, that will make 2020 look like child's play if you step into or across into a new system. Freedom is an evolving thing. And we have been evolving with freedom for some time. And oftentimes, freedom is facilitated with those things that will get you to the other side. You can free yourself by using this tool to get to the other side of something that had power over you for too long. So with that, let my wife come to the platform and just share a few words with you about what we're talking about with GS Partners. That's Gold Standard Bank, GS Partners, and what it will offer to you. But she has helped many, many people in helping us to build our team with Wealth Builders Worldwide. With Team Believe, we bring power. That is the power, people organizing, working together for economical rebirth. And we are the mustard seed of Wealth Builders Worldwide. With that, hear from my wife, Janetta Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Greetings. I would just like to piggyback off what my husband had stated in listening to the Reverend speaking. It is my belief that every human desires the pursuit of happiness. And true happiness is very valuable when you understand what happiness is. I also believe that it is within our own power to point to the way of happiness. And I believe we as humans have a common thread. And that common thread is for all of us to have a fair dealings in life, at least an opportunity, whereas we can sustain ourselves, sustain our family, and live in a free, happy community within our own environment. And as we go forth into a new year, we know 2020 has been a very trying time for many of us, I should say all of us, which has forced us to do a lot of reflection within. We all were forced to turn within, and we all have had some very challenging times within this last year. And I'm sure we all are looking for a better way of life, a way that we can improve the quality of life. And oftentimes we wonder, what is it that we may have to improve to make that happen? And for myself, my family, and those who, I've been working with and assisting and communicating together, we've come to the realization that there has to be something better. There must be something better. And the common thread that we have come to the realization of is that we now have a vehicle. And to me and to us, that vehicle is more appreciated over the period of time, because we realize that that vehicle has opened the door for us to the possibility or the potentially to have a better way of life. And I must humbly say and respect that Wealth Builders Worldwide is that vehicle that has opened our eyes, that we have come to the realization that it will give us the door of opportunity to improve our lives as individuals, as a community, as a family. And too often, we spend so much time searching for a way out. But I'm here to bear witness that Wealth Builders Worldwide is that vehicle. Oftentimes, we try to do the same thing over and over and expect different results. And we all can bear witness that's insanity. But I am honored to say that Wealth Builders Worldwide has been a resource center for us. Whereas if we just follow the master plan, the map, and even attempt to do at least a third, naturally we would strive to do 100%, but if we just follow the map halfway, we will begin to see results that we have never anticipated. And even as my husband had stated, he said that he's been paid approximately 400 times. I'm giving him a run for his money. I've been paid approximately 300 times, not to mention our children. So I can bear witness that I'm witnessing right before my eyes the dribblings of us being compensated. And it's done based on our works, based on serving others. And the joy is not just to see the benefits that you personally receive, but see the benefits coming to those individuals who you are assisting. And it is very vital for us to do everything we can to duplicate our efforts. And duplication comes when you actually follow the map. And I must say, you take individuals such as Ty Best, his lovely wife, Valerie, Brother Mike Yackel, and his wife, because we have come from a system that's, I should say, that centralized system that we all were birthed into. We had no choice. And it's a system where people thrive off of the isms, whether it's classism, whether it's sexism. All the isms really have destroyed that mindset. Whereas we think about greed, we think about self. I'll get mine, you can get yours. Ty Best and Mike Delco and their wives, they could have easily said, I have mine, get yours. Right. But making the transition from that centralized system over to a decentralized system, we needed a guide. And we have a guide. They could have easily said, I don't have time. I'm not willing to serve other people. I'm not willing to assist people to help them to get to where I am. And there's hundreds of people, thousands of people in this case, who's looking for a new way of life. From the financial aspect is what I'm speaking. And had not it been those who have paved the way for us, I don't think the majority of us will be where we are today. Right. So we give thanks to them for their sacrifice, their example, their guidance. And it is our duty and our responsibility to keep the course and share the information. Keep it simple. Share the information. Open the doors for others to come. Right. And once they come, it is our responsibility to aid them, to assist them, to guide them the same way that we were guided. In doing so, I believe we all will have a very prosperous new year into the 2021 and beyond. And not just for us personally, we will be rewarded for generations to come. So I believe the common thread that we all have as humans, we all desire the pursuit of happiness. And I believe that GS Partners, by way of Wealth Builders Worldwide, is giving us that opportunity that we will at least have a chance to initiate the journey. It just depends on how much we want it. And I do believe, as Ty Best always says, is very vital. Define your why. Your why may be different from my why. But I believe once we understand our why, it will activate the creative force within each of us for us to clearly define what it is that we desire to do. And that is a very motivation factor that will allow us to go forth and accomplish what we will within our time. And it's not designed for you or me or us to even compete with the next person. Right. We can stay within the realm of our why. And that is enough for us to move mountains as individuals, as a group, and then forward to humanity. So that is just my take as we enter into a new year, looking for something better, not just for me and I, but for we and us as a people that will allow us to victory. Greetings.
Beautiful. I just want to add to that. Listen, brothers and sisters, very simple. You know, like our wonderful cousin, the 9-star general, I like to call him. And we call him the 9-star general because we earned 9 generations deep. But I want to keep it very simple. We want for our brothers and sisters what we want for ourselves. See, so now look, family. Now, a lot of people under our listening ears don't know us personally, but that's okay. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and those who do know me, they can bear witness to this fact. I have never BS'd about nothing. I'm a no BS type person. I don't BS, you know. I'm straight up, front, and blunt in regards to things. I have never been a scammer or nothing. So I'm just telling you this very simply. We have, by the grace and blessings of a wonderful servant, our brother and sponsor, Eric Teray Muhammad. And most of you see him every day because he's streaming every day on Class in Session. And I share his stream so much, I think Facebook must shut me down at least every other day. They just shut me down again this morning as a result of sharing these streams. But he's not just blowing his breath. The 9-star general is not just blowing his breath. The wonderful commander, Mike Dalco, is not just blowing his breath. These brothers and sisters that you see streaming this thing we call Wealth Builders Worldwide, pushing GS Partners, the gold standard bank. This is not no fluke. This is the real deal. We're not liars. We have been the vanguard for you. We are witness bearers for you. And we are calling you to your financial salvation. Now, freedom is an evolving thing, and we need it on many different levels. But you definitely need finance. Well, some people say, well, money isn't everything. Well, without money isn't everything either. So you definitely need money to free yourself. You need a system, and this system that we have lived under for so long has died, and you don't know it has died. They're putting up a great front. That paper is almost completely out of here. We're moving away from paper money. We're moving away from a centralized system. Now, those who have a little bit of age on them, I'm a young brother of 64 years old. Now, I can remember we had phones that were on the wall. I can remember phone booths. You don't see them out there no more, do you? That tells you how things change. I can remember that we played our music. We played them on records that were on the plastic records that we use, and we call them 45s or 33s. And then eventually we have what we call 8-tracks, but they didn't last too long. They left too. Then we went to a cassette. Then we went to a disc. Look how things just changed technologically. Now we were on the internet. The cell phones came. The internet came, and so forth. And you think the internet is everything, but something else has arrived, and it's called the blockchain. It is the internet on steroids, and Gold Standard Bank is on the blockchain. And Wealth Builders Worldwide is the vanguard of introducing not only you, but everyone who so wished to take the choice to free themselves financially from a system that they had no control over. I can remember one time the IRS froze my bank account and took my money. There was nothing I could do about it. Why? Because they had control over it. They can't freeze this. Now, wouldn't you love to have your account where nobody can control it but you? Nobody can see your wealth but you? Nobody can send or receive your wealth but you. That is what you call decentralized savings and decentralized banking that is controlled by you. You will become your own bank. So I know you're on the fence and you're wondering, what is this thing that they're talking about? Well, don't be afraid. It's free to join. You can get a free account. You can register on a free account, and then there is a learning curve. There's a learning curve to earn. So you must learn to earn, and as you learn, you will earn in this system, because this system is not generated by paper money. It is generated by decentralized cryptocurrency that you get paid in, and if you've been watching, we get paid in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has just risen, I believe, today or yesterday or last night to $29,000. The world is going to cryptocurrency. All the major institutions are going to cryptocurrency. Digital financial system. But this is the premier financial system. As you have seen, it was displayed in Times Square, and that is the Gold Standard Bank, backed by G99 Utility Coin. So we offer you our invitation to come. Sign up with someone who has offered you a free account and a link to be invited to the Gold Standard Bank. So you can have a resolution that will put you on the path of evolving you to financial freedom that you cannot imagine. But we are already there, and we are calling you to come with us and join us as the world moves from exploitation into freedom. Come with Wealth Builders Worldwide and get your link and join us on this path of financial freedom. And we say, Ahu. Thank you, brothers and sisters. We call our sponsor back to the platform with us to help dialogue with us if you wish. And if there's anyone else on the platform, let us know, Brother Eric.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that passion a little bit for us, please.
Well, the Paximil, we believe and we know that along with your wealth, you need to protect your health, because you will not be able to enjoy your wealth if you don't have health. And this Paximil is a natural defense against all viruses, especially coronavirus. It is a natural cytokine. Science will tell you that. The Paximune has the ingredient of interferon. Interferon is a natural killer produced by your own body. They can't put a patent on it because it was designed and manufactured by God himself in your body, but under these circumstances, under these weaponized disease, you don't have enough. So this is concentrated and this is a boost to what you already have in your body. It is a prevention and it is a treatment. This will protect you. This is your alternative to poisonous and toxic vaccines that cannot address or kill viruses. These viruses, they're mutagenic and they change forms. The only thing that can change forms with these viruses, seek them out and kill them, is interferon, which is the ingredient of Paximune. Reach out and get yours and protect yourself and your family. Protect yourself, your family, and your community. Paximune interferon has a proven track record of 100%. Everyone that receives interferon, which is Paximune, survives the virus. That's a proven fact. There are distributors in over 135 cities so far, and there are distributors that are close to you, so you can reach out to us and we can lead you to those distributors, and you can get your single bottles. We have our wonderful sister down there in Atlanta, Georgia, Rouse Range. We got our brother Elton Muhammad down in Texas. We got Sister Toy Muhammad in North New Jersey. We got Brother Roland Muhammad here in Plainfield, New Jersey. We got Sister Colleen down there in Atlanta, Georgia. You can reach out to these brothers and sisters and get your Paximune and protect yourself and your family before it's too late. Too many people are perishing and need not to perish if they would only protect themselves with Paximune and protect their wealth with Wealth Builders Worldwide and the Gold Standard Bank. Yes, sir.
No unity, no power. White power for white people. Black power for black people. 1967. The Black Panther Party. The movement. Freedom.
Let's talk about freedom.
We will not bow down to racism. We will not bow down to injustice. We will not bow down to exploitation. I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand.
Now this is time to free your mind and your soul. Yo, our story has never been told. Ladies, you got to demand what you want, and what we want is respect, right?
Come and take a walk with me. Closer walk with me. See what only I can see.
Sisters, check this. Watch this.
Turn us loose, set us free from all the chains that bind me. Let us run in our own direction. Let us go, set us free from all this propaganda and lies that your people try to teach us. I know why you would like to bring us down, because we have all the devil on you. You try to tell us that our lives don't mean anything, but we know so much better, so we're gonna take up the freedom. Freedom for my body, freedom for my mind, freedom for my feet. All this time you've been telling us these lies, but now we finally figured out all that we would never wise up, but we'll show the how black female can do. So you're continue to keep us oppressed, but now we ain't going out like that. my spirit, freedom for my body, freedom for my heart, my soul. I see the fear in your eyes, surprise, so covered with love. I know just who I am and what I wanna do. I can make you run, make you hide from all your ancestors' transgression that you hold inside. Sister, rising up and sing that our time is here. We're taking back what's been ours for years.
Let the heaven of a sister embrace you. Embrace the mother God.
All these lies and all this propaganda that you want us to say, we're gonna say now. Freedom from my mind, freedom for my
Oh, my people, I want you to understand and know the time. It's time that we are accepted and respected by both man and mankind. You know, the scripture says that God would choose those that are despised and rejected. And we have been that and cast aside. No one wanted us, and no one cared for us. And the worst thing about it, we never cared for ourselves. Oh, but brothers and sisters, it's time now that we fall in love with ourselves and with each other. This world has robbed us of a true guide, but it's time to unite and fight hard for unity. Brothers and sisters, we must live for each other and die for each other, because that's the only way that we're gonna know the meaning of what it is to be free. Then we'll conquer fear and wipe away all our tears. That's the benefit of our unity. Oh, my people, it is written that in the last days God would come after that sheep that was lost, and he has come today and he has given us Elijah. a man to show us the way out of the ditch of hell. So up, you mighty nation. You know you can accomplish anything that you will. So come on, let's rise again. Yes, let us build again. As our fathers built the pyramid and the Sphinx and all of the great ancient wonders, let's rise again and build as our fathers used to do. Come on, let's unite and strive with all our might. Oh, let's fight hard for unity. Brothers and sisters, we must learn to live for each other and die for each other, because that's the only way we're gonna know the joy of being free. We'll conquer fear. Then we'll conquer fear and wipe away all our tears. That's the benefit of our unity. Come on, black man, rise again and build again. Unity. Rise again. The basis of unity is love. When we love each other, we come into unity with each other. And when we're in unity, we have the strength and the power to overcome all obstacles in the pathway of our freedom. Yes, brothers and sisters, this is the benefit of our unity. So let's rise again. Come on, black man, rise again. Brothers and sisters, come on. Build again, bit of unity. So let's rise again, baby, and build again, benefit of unity. Benefit of unity.